Many people today say things like, protect your peace, cut people off, and remove anyone who drains your energy. And sometimes that advice is right. If someone is abusive, manipulative, controlling, or repeatedly hurting you, creating distance can be a healthy and necessary decision. But in many situations, people start cutting others off, not because those people are truly dangerous, but because they feel overwhelmed, stressed, or emotionally exhausted. And over time, what looks like protecting your peace can slowly turn into isolation. Psychology reminds us that boundaries are important, but so is connection. Human beings still need healthy relationships, support, and emotional closeness. So the real question is not, how do I remove everyone from my life? The better question is, how do I protect my peace without cutting off every person around me? Here is what psychology suggests. 1. Not every conflict means someone is toxic. Social media often makes relationships sound very simple. If someone upsets you, they are toxic. If someone disagrees with you, cut them off. If someone disappoints you, remove them. But real relationships are more complicated than that. Friends misunderstand each other. Families argue. Even people who care about you can sometimes say the wrong thing or react badly. Psychology shows that occasional conflict is normal in close relationships. The key difference is the pattern. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, manipulates you, humiliates you, or makes you feel unsafe, that is serious. But if the problem is occasional tension, poor communication, or a misunderstanding, cutting someone off may not be the healthiest answer. Sometimes the better solution is a conversation, a clearer boundary, or a change in expectations. 2. Boundaries are usually more helpful than avoidance. A lot of people try to protect their peace by avoiding people completely. They stop replying, they disappear, they distance themselves without explaining anything. Sometimes temporary space is helpful, but avoidance and boundaries are not the same thing. A boundary is a clear limit that protects your mental and emotional well-being. For example, you might decide not to answer messages when you are resting. You might decide not to continue a conversation once it becomes disrespectful. You might choose not to share personal information with someone who has not earned your trust. These are boundaries. They allow you to stay connected without letting other people take over your emotional space. 3. You do not need to be available to everyone all the time. One common cause of emotional stress is feeling responsible for everyone else's feelings. Some people feel they always have to listen, help, explain, comfort, or fix the mood. At first, this can look like kindness, but over time, it becomes exhausting. Caring about people does not mean carrying every emotion they bring to you. Sometimes, protecting your peace simply means saying, I cannot talk about this right now, or I need some time to focus on myself today. That does not make you selfish. It means you are protecting your energy. 4. Not everyone needs the same level of access to you. Some people are very close to you. Some people are casual friends. Some people are acquaintances. Some people are better kept at a polite distance. The problem starts when you treat everyone like they belong in your inner circle. You do not have to completely remove someone from your life just because they are not safe enough to know everything about you. Sometimes you only need to adjust how much time, trust, and emotional energy you give them. Less access is not always rejection. Sometimes it is wisdom. 5. Emotional detachment can protect your peace. This does not mean becoming cold or uncaring. It means you stop absorbing every emotion, opinion, or reaction around you. If someone criticizes you, you do not have to turn it into your identity. If someone is in a bad mood, you do not have to carry that mood for the rest of the day. If someone misunderstands you, you do not have to exhaust yourself trying to prove who you are. Emotionally healthy people learn to observe situations without immediately internalizing them. They can care without becoming consumed. 6. Accept that you cannot control other people. A lot of stress in relationships comes from trying to make people behave the way we want them to. We want them to understand us. We want them to communicate better. We want them to change. But people only change when they choose to. You cannot force someone into maturity. You cannot argue someone into self-awareness. You cannot control their behavior, but you can control your response, your boundaries, and your expectations. Protecting your peace does not always mean cutting people off. Sometimes it means knowing the difference between danger and discomfort, between boundaries and avoidance, between caring for people and carrying them. Healthy peace is not about isolating yourself from everyone. It is about staying calm, balanced, and connected to the people who truly matter, without abandoning yourself in the process.